Spring is here and summer 2024 is just around the corner. And with this new change of season comes brand new trends, keyword search increases, and new bestsellers that you can implement into your designs to stick out this summer. So today we're going to be discussing what keywords have had the biggest rise this spring and summer and brand new trends that you can implement into your designs. And at the end, I'm going to be highlighting a certain SEO tip that has really started helping people out with SEO and something that plays into all these summer and spring trends for 2024. So in this video, we're going right to Etsy itself and taking a look at their seller handbook and seeing what insights they've gathered from these searches this year so far. And if we scroll down, we're also going to see different holidays, but moving down, we're going to find some new decor and style trends that have seen an increase in searches. The first one here, I've noticed a lot this year. You can see in their increases over here, we have 175% increase year over year for customized or personalized gifts. And probably the best niche for a customized product is a milestone where someone can actually put the date, they can celebrate a big moment in their life, and now they have this thing in their house that helps commemorate whatever milestone just passed. And you might think, well, there's only a certain amount of different types of milestones that we can celebrate, but people are getting creative, and even these really niche down ones are getting popular, including here where you can see there's a 266% year over year increase for divorce gifts. Here's another example of a type of milestone doing really well. Smells like Kelly just graduated. I've seen candles doing really well for this type of niche. And again, you can niche it down even further to going to age or certain career. Like this one is a celebration for when you leave your 40s, so when you turn 50. With how many different birthdays someone can have, there are tons of different candle variations that you can make. This is a bestseller bought 5 times in the last 24 hours with over 195 reviews just for someone's 40th birthday. The next trend we're seeing is after parties, and a lot of the time I'm seeing things like signature cocktails or disco decor. I have seen so many disco balls on things, it's crazy. These after party ones do super well for bachelorettes. If you read this one here, we're seeing a lot of increases for things like wedding sunglasses, wedding party decor, disco balls, things that you would usually see in a bachelorette. And if you look up a lot of popular bachelorette shirts right now, you're going to see a lot of disco balls. You're going to see things like dancing queen, disco bachelorette, tons of fun disco themed products that are doing really well right now. The next is very interesting, but I have seen it everywhere and I didn't know what to call it. What they're calling it here is chef's kiss, but it's a lot of shirts that have to do with someone's favorite type of food. So if you see their searches, there's over a 1,400% year over year increase on Etsy for espresso martini candles. I've also seen tons of espresso martini sweaters doing really well, or espresso martini shirts, something I would buy. I love a good espresso martini. We can see a 39% year over year increase in pasta prints, almost 500% increase in searches for host or hostess gifts, and then an almost 1,000% increase for this keyword, which is martini sweaters. And if you look up martini sweaters, you're gonna find a ton of bestsellers. Similar to this one, I'm seeing this type of quote doing really well called teeny time, like also this one here. If you've been checking out the bachelorette niche on Etsy, or even a few different niches, you're probably going to notice that there's a lot of similar designs to this one. And I think because this one combines 2 different of these summer trends that's kicking off on Etsy right now, which is the martini trend that we just discussed, but also the after party bachelorette niche that was also getting a major rise in searches that we saw earlier in this video. The next trend we have is Western. And if we take a look at a lot of these search increases, it's not really shirts or too many print on demand products, maybe Western bags, brown leather jackets. But if you take a look at the Western keyword on Etsy, there are still so many bestsellers and popular now. Like here, I just looked up Western shirts and we see tons with the bestseller and popular now. And when you see a lot of popular now tags, it means it's usually trending upwards because it wasn't selling before, but now a bunch of these are starting to sell. So seeing a bunch of these popular now is hinting towards that Western is also doing well in other products aside from what it said in this report. The next one we've been seeing an increase in is sportscore. I've seen a lot of people designing for pickleball gifts. Suddenly this year, everybody in the world plays pickleball. I have not. I really want to. I need a friend to play with. But we also have things like custom baseball hats. We have things like boat bags. While I've done my casual scrolling on Etsy, one of these sub-niches for this is baseball shirts. I have seen so many baseball shirts this year, more than any other year, selling, especially custom ones like this. If you just look this up, we have things literally that just say baseball on the shirt and it's a bestseller, but tons along here that all have the popular now and the bestseller tags. We see couple portraits doing really well this year, and we're actually seeing an increase in things for like personalized playing cards. We're seeing an increase for couples blankets. This trend I have brought up before. We have shown it in some of our videos, but they call it rom-com interiors, but usually it is this cozy type of interior decor, no longer just the all whites, but a lot more vintage with golds and darker colors and wood. And we can see a 350% increase in cozy home items, book lover gifts, colorful rugs, and other things like this that give off this type of vibe, especially wall art. In one of my videos, I talked about how you can make this kind of wall art with print on demand, so I'll link that video up next so you can watch it. Next, we have Garden Girl. We're seeing a 200% increase in garden blankets. We have things like wildflower art, gardening accessories, and I've seen a major increase in gardening themed shirts. When I look up garden shirts, I'm seeing tons of wildflower shirts, these let's root for each other shirts, shirts that just have strawberries or different vegetables on them, and you can scroll through these, and again, same things before, you're gonna see tons of popular now signs on here signaling that this is probably a good niche right now. And our last Etsy trend here is textiles. These ones you can't do as much with print on demand, but for other Etsy sellers, we have increases in things like knit bandanas, crochet, quilted coasters, granny square items. So if this is something that you can do, it's the perfect time to offer it. And I promised you an extra SEO tip on top of all these. And one thing while going through all of these that I noticed is a lot of them end with the keyword gifts. And gifts can include t-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, candles, anything that can be gifted. And as Etsy focuses more on gift giving with their gift mode, I am making sure that I am putting the gift keyword in every single one of my listings. If I'm selling a teacher shirt, I'm also going to be putting teacher gift for teacher, to make sure that I have that other very popular keyword covered with my SEO. All right, guys, I hope you found this helpful, and I'll always try to do this whenever I see a new report coming out. So stay tuned, and I'll talk to you guys next week.